Hi everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. Today we are going to make a pumpkin cake pop, just basically a cake pop that looks like a pumpkin that you can use for your kids' harvest or Halloween parties, or a home Halloween party, or just because, just something fun to do, good family time, good to do with your kids. And you know, it's very simple. All you basically need are some cake balls, and if you don't know how to make those, go back to my cake ball video. I do show you how to make them. I also show you how to make cake pops, which we'll kind of go over today as well. And you need some Wilton candy melts. I have the orange ones because we're doing pumpkins. Some pretzels. Pretzel sticks work best, but if all you have is the twist, we'll make those work as well because that's all I have. And then some dark chocolate melted. The candy melts you want to put into a microwavable glass dish and heat them up on 30-second intervals, stirring in between. You don't want to overheat them because then that candy will seize up, and the last thing you want is the candy to seize up. If there's that small chance that you do overheat it, add a little bit of shortening to it, maybe a teaspoon or so, and mix that in there, and that should help unseize it. Just don't stick it back in the microwave because you don't want to heat it up anymore. But yeah, if it starts to get too thick, you just add some vegetable shortening to that. So, and then you also need some lollipop sticks or cake ball sticks or cookie sticks, whatever you have. And this is just my cake pop holder. I got this online and it was fairly inexpensive. You can use styrofoam. If you don't have one of these, just get a block of styrofoam and you can stick the sticks in there. You know, you don't have to have anything fancy. We can make anything work, right? So we're going to get started here. We're going to dip our stick into the orange melted candy, and then we're going to stick it in the bottom. Just kind of push, and you want to get close because I've already broken a few sticks. And get that in there. This one is really, really frozen. So you could let it defrost a little bit. You want to have it as frozen as possible, only because you want that candy to harden right away. So here we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to dip this stick, and I kind of dip it on the side and I just kind of twist it in there, okay? And then I shake the excess off. Now because the cake ball is frozen, which you want to make sure your cake balls are frozen at all times. If they're not frozen, they just don't harden as well, and I don't think they dip as well. They just dip extra good if they're frozen. So we're going to go ahead and we just kind of shake that candy around as it hardens up. Okay, and then usually what I do is I take a clean finger and I go around and I wipe that excess off. Now my fingers are clean, I just washed them. So you can either put it back in there or you can wipe it on a napkin, you know, depending on who you are. This one is not going to be, you know, it's going to be for someone in my family, so they can go ahead and eat after my fingers, right? Okay. Because they're very clean. I think I wash my hands, well, being in the hair industry, I wash my hands continuously, but in the kitchen, I wash them continuously. And in, you know, the fall and the winter, my hands start cracking because I'm washing them so much. I always have about 3 towels nearby. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need, there's our little pumpkin, and we're going to go ahead and paint the face on our pumpkin. And you can do whatever you want. Be creative. I am actually, this is me. See my worn out paintbrush? This is what I'm using to paint my face. This is what I've done in the past. When I started making these, I didn't have all the fancy tools. And I have just grown to go back to what I started with. I do have some of the fancy tools, but I learned how to do it on these, so this is what I use. I either use this or a toothpick. And what I use is the back of it. I don't even use the brush side of it. I can paint a lot better with a harder surface. So we've got our dark chocolate melted. And then stir it up a little bit. All right. And basically, all I'm going to do is I'm going to find the best part of the ball, you know, that I can actually paint on. I'm going to take a little dip of chocolate. And you'll find, you know, as you play with these a little bit, don't get discouraged. You will mess up. I've messed up a million times even to this day. Just kind of go in there. And you'll know how much chocolate you need. And sometimes, if I have too much, that's when I come over and I grab the toothpick. always have toothpicks on hand and just kind of go in there and I shape it to where I want it because the toothpick is so thin. So I'm just going to do like a triangular eye. And because the cake ball's so cold, it's already starting to harden up. Dark chocolate takes a little bit longer to harden up. I'm just going to kind of paint that on there and then shape it again with my toothpick. And you could have a piece of parchment paper down. I just didn't even think to put that down. Okay, so we're just going to go in there and we're going to reshape that eye. And if it's not quite what you want, get your toothpick, dip it in the chocolate. Come out here. It's really simple. You just have to have a little bit of patience. But when you're doing it with children, they don't care what it looks like most of the time. They just want it to be fun and to spend time with you. Now, I really can't get any of my children to spend time with me in the kitchen anymore, but I sure try. Okay, so there's the eyes of our pumpkin. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and keep using this toothpick because it seems to be working better than the paintbrush. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the mouth on my pumpkin, and you can do whatever kind of mouth you want. I make all kinds of them. I make scarecrows out of marshmallows. I'll have to do that one with you too, which is really fun. I've done the pumpkin ghosts with pretzels. You're going to have to check that one out. I just made that one recently. So they're pretzel ghosts, and those were fun. I do all kinds of fun stuff during the holidays, and I will probably just continue to keep making some videos for you guys. Okay, so I kind of painted a mouth on there. Not the best mouth, but you know what? Pumpkins aren't always perfect. And if you want, you can paint a nose on there. I think if I do, it's going to be a very small one. So I'm going to kind of go in there with that toothpick. We're going to have a pumpkin with a small nose, because we don't want it as big as his eyes. All right. So there we go. There's our pumpkin. Now, like I said, paint whatever face you want on that. There are the edible markers, however. I have not found an edible marker that does anything for me. They're supposed to be able to paint on this candy and all that, and maybe I'm just not finding the right ones, but I get discouraged with them, so I've learned to do everything with chocolate. But you can do whatever you feel you want to do. Okay, so now basically what we're going to do is we're going to do the stem of the pumpkin, and because I don't have pumpkin sticks, I'm going to go ahead and cut a little stick here on one side. If you can see this, let me get back where you can see this. Go ahead and cut, and you can kind of have it like twirl at the end, and I just kind of saw with like a steak knife because they break pretty easy. And all you're going to want to do is dip it into that orange chocolate, and you're going to kind of push just a tad, not a whole lot, and that's going to dry on there. And you can wait a little bit longer if you want and push that in there when the cake pop's a little bit softer, but then you take the chance of it breaking the candy. Now, if you wanted to add leaves to it, you could, but for now, this is all we're doing. So this is our pumpkin cake pop, and it's fun. Do it with your children. Have a great time with it. Get creative with your faces. You know, you don't have to do it exactly like mine. You know what you like to do. Just make it fun. That's all that we care about, is that you're having fun with your food. So there's a cake pop for the fall holiday. I had a great time showing you this, and I'm gonna try to show you some different ones upcoming here in the next month, so that you can have a really good time with your kids and with the holiday. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. We do a lot of fun things, plus there's some fun videos on there as well. And go back and check out some of my old videos on how to make cake pops, how to make cake balls. We have some really good appetizers for the holidays. So go back and check out some of the old videos. You'll love it if you ever have a time that you can just sit and kind of hang and watch them. And if you really like this video, I'd love for you to share it on your Facebook page and share it with your friends and let them see the kind of fun things that we can do during the holidays. And feel free to join my Facebook page, which is Jus4SweetZ. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. It is really early here. I got up early this morning to do this video, so I'm going to have another cup of coffee and get my day started. I have to work today. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them. And if you have any questions, leave those as well. And I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.